So normally, you would want to seal this up if you wanted to make this a tower, right? So like putting something there, but it would snap to the foundations or the ceilings that you put in. So in order to make it snap diagonally, you would need to put in fence foundations like this. Like that. Ah, what a nice view. Hey guys, it's the Clumsy Geek, and welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved, here in the RyotARK server. Now this is going to be a two-part episode, wherein we finally build the mountaintop forge. And I have an interesting design on it, so I can't wait to show you guys. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, it's going to be two parts, mainly because there are so many details that I want to show you. I want it to be an in-depth kind of vid, and it just wouldn't fit in one episode. Now let me just get my materials, and I'll meet you there at the mountaintop. See you guys in a sec. Okay, so this is the mountain where all the metals are, and this is actually quite near to our base. The base is just over there, on that ridge over there. There, exactly, that tree. So it's not that far off, and ideally, I want to make a metal forge that looks like a tower. It might not be the most efficient, but it will look super cool, so I think I'm gonna go with that. And ideally, I wanted to do something right here, so it would be like at the peak of the mountain. There's a tower there, but I'm kind of in the fence about that because you can see all the metals around here. And if I build in this spot, those metals won't spawn anymore. So instead, I think I'll be building somewhere here. It's not at the top of the mountain, but it's somewhere relatively clear. Clear from the... what is that? Oh, it's just a red dodo. Okay. Clear of the metals, so I won't hinder any spawning. I'm thinking of doing something here in this spot. Let me go overhead. Yeah, here. And yeah, guys, this is gonna be one of those in-depth episodes again. In-depth building episodes. I hope you don't mind. But hopefully you will like it. So I'm gonna build something here in this area. Because here there are no metals. It's relatively easy access to go to all the metals there. Some are here. Some are there. So all mixed up. But everything is around here. So let's get started. Okay, so that is the mountain over there with all the metals. So I want to make something this side, facing this way. So let's plop down what do you call this? A pillar right here, maybe. Will that work? Yeah, that should work. That should work fine. So let's go ahead and build one here, just to test it out. And put in a roof right there, just to see how it would look. So this way, 1, 2, 3. Build one like that, and then I can extend it like this. Why it will not support? Oh, that's because it's 3 already, I think. Okay, so 1 there. So how many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6? I don't know. Let's keep it 5 for now. Alright, like this. And then let's extend that all the way here. I guess that should work. Now you might be thinking, why do I build with thatch? Well, this is just like the bottom foundation. We're gonna put some stone ceilings on top of this, just so we cover that ugly protruding thing right there. But first and foremost, we have to make sure that this is a good dimension, that this would be enough. I honestly think it will not. Okay, so this is 5 by 5 now. I think we need to extend it at least one more here. Make it 6. Wish me luck that it works. But we can feel it out and adjust as necessary later on. So let's go and get some stone ceilings, so we can even out the area there. Now the concept here is just similar to our greenhouse build, where we just put something on top here. Yeah, that should be enough to cover the thatch. Perfect. Okay, so now everything is stone. Alright, now we can start with the build. I'm actually planning to do the octagon build again. I did it the first time for the taming pen back in season 2. But now I want to do it for the metal forge. And now we have to make it, I guess, 3 or 4 layers high. So that should be pretty interesting. Okay, so as always, when starting with the octagon build, by the way, this kind of build I got from GG Fizz. He started, well, he's the first one that I saw using this kind of build, so go and check him out. I'll hopefully remember to put some link to his channel in the description below. Alright, so put in some stone foundations on the corner here. Stone fence foundations, that is, like that. And this allows you to snap on the gateways, because if you don't have those fence foundations, you'd have to put in the gateways manually. Alright, so the protruding things here will be gone later when we start building ramps, so no need to worry about that. And we might need to cover that up anyway, so let's worry about that later. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. If you go here, you can place stone like this gateway anywhere you like, right? But if you want it to be even, you'd want it to snap somewhere, and you do that by putting stone fence foundations on top of normal foundations or ceilings, as in our case. So like there, you can see it snapping. There. So if you plop that down, that would be exactly in the middle of where our fence foundations were. And the next ones will thankfully snap right either next to the gateway, like that, or a bit at an angle, like this. But it will be connected exactly to that spot there. So from here, we will know, like that. Perfect. So now I think we have to extend this one more. Do we? No, we don't. It's actually fitting, just right. Nice. Right there would be fine. Yes. And right here. Yes. Okay. And one last. Tada! So it's for all those are asking, because I got a couple of questions in my previous octagon build. Those who are asking, so now we have an answer. You're gonna need a 6 by 5. 6 long, 5 wide, or something. 6 by 5 would be perfect for this kind of build. And you have this excess part here, but it doesn't matter. It's not that important. Alright, so now we have it. Only thing is, we might need to cover this up with walls later on, so it won't be that ugly. Because the next step is putting down some stone fence foundations right here, on this spot. Like lining up parallel to the gateways, like that. Yes, because we would need to put in some walls like that, and we wouldn't be able to unless we have fence foundations there. Let me demonstrate. So normally, you would want to seal this up if you wanted to make this a tower, right? So like putting something there, but it would snap to the foundations or the ceilings that you put in. So in order to make it snap diagonally, you would need to put in fence foundations like this, like that. Only thing is, you have to make sure that it's facing the right way, like so. And that enables you to make walls that are aligned to the tower. Perfect. That looks amazing. Alright, so let me just keep on doing this stuff. Plopping down fence foundations all throughout. And yeah, sometimes it's difficult to place, so you have to like get right next to it. Like that. But I'll keep on doing this, and I'll bring you guys back when it's time to plop down the walls maybe. Alright? See you guys in a sec. Alright, so now all the stuff here have stone fence foundations plopped down, as you can see. Now it's time to put down some walls. But before we do, we might as well place the doors. Like I was thinking to have 2 doors here. Maybe 4 would be even nice. Interesting. Yeah, 4 might look really good. Like all the directions. Right, let's do that. But for now, let's put in 2 doors. Front and back. Right? And put in walls on everything else. Now, the thing here, yeah, it might place opposite you, so you'll have to go like sideways just to see where the stony part is, the woody part, like there. Now it's facing us. Perfect. That's a difficulty here, but it should be manageable, like so. Yeah. And you'll only need to worry about that on this first layer here. The layers, the second layer, and the next ones will be easy to place. Like, not like that. But it will be easy to place because it will follow the direction of this guy, of the first layer. Alright? So let me continue this again. I'm gonna skip through this because there's nothing to learn here. And I'll bring you guys back when it's time to do the next step. Right? See you guys in a sec. Okay. Now we have 2 more gates. Let's plop them down. And everything else has 1 layer of stone in them. Looks pretty nice. So let's just fill this up. I'm actually not sure if we'll have enough materials for everything, but hopefully we do. So just fill all of those up with that. No, I don't think we'll have enough walls. And this is just the first layer. So we'll need to do a lot more. But that's okay. We can gather stuff. I can do it off cam and just bring you guys back when it's ready. Now, isn't this looking amazing? Yeah? Nice. Okay. So what else am I thinking of? I'm thinking of something where to put down the forge. So I'm thinking maybe we can put the forges here. Like maybe 1 level up. And then going all around. It might not be the most efficient way, as I said. But it's gonna look amazing. So I'll go and think about it more. And we'll think how we can remove this or hide this ugliness here at the bottom. And I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, it's starting to look really nice from here. And it would look even more amazing if we're able to put in some more layers, like some more levels. So let's try that. I haven't actually tried that and seen how it would be possible, but let's try. So you can see that all of these, you can't put any ceilings in there anymore, because I guess it's obstructed by the gateway, but up top we can actually. Ow, ow. We can. Right there. So we can build 1 there, 1 here, and I would assume there as well. No, not like that. This is gonna be hard. So we can probably only build something if there is a wall there. Tricky, tricky, tricky. So now I guess Quetzy can get on top of one of those ceilings. And then we can land there maybe? Like that, perfect. So we can extend this like so. Will this be okay? It will. Nice. Oh no. Oh no, why is this? No, I think that's just because of Quetzy. So let's try to move her a bit here. Perfect. It was Quetzy. Nice. And the hole here, how can we fill that? I guess one more. Yeah, that should be enough. Interesting. So even though there are holes there, there is actually a bit of an appeal to it. Like it's turning out to be not that bad. It looks quite nice actually. Like it's part of the design. So maybe let's keep it that way for now. And try to put down the second level here. Alright. So if I put down a gate here, no snapping will happen. Snapping will happen at the bottom. That's bad. Okay, but if we maybe make stone fence foundations here again, like that, and like why that doesn't look nice. There. Perfect. Put it that way. There we go. It doesn't. Is that because of Quetzy? Hopefully it is. Yeah. Okay. Yes, it was because of Quetzy. So now we have perfectly aligned gateways again. I'm crossing my fingers. Yeah, and can we put on top of this? Yes, we can. Nice. I'm wondering though how we can like put walls there. So that might be a bit of a challenge, but one step at a time, guys. One step at a time. Perfect. 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 Nice. I do want those holes filled though, kinda. Just to make it a bit cleaner. But maybe we will need something later on. Alright guys. So I've been spending some time to think what we could do with this. Because our problem was there was a hole right there, right? And as you can see, I did remove the second layer for now, just so I can tinker with this stuff a bit. So we did have that problem of we can't put anything there because there's a door here, and we need walls in order to make ceilings like that. But I think I found a solution. At least it's not that pretty, but it works. Like, even if we have this door, you can see I have ceilings here now, provided that I have this one, this pillar right here in the middle. And I have a feeling if I remove this, everything will fall to pieces. Should we try it? For the sake of science, we shall. Look at that. Crap, but at least I can show you how we do it from scratch now. Alright, and sorry for the torch, because it's really dark here, and I wouldn't want to put in some gamma because it distorts the picture. So let's stick with torches for now, and let's put down some walls so I can show you what I mean. So now I just fill this with walls all throughout. And then with that we can put in some ceilings now. At the top, like that, right? The only problem is we cannot just destroy the walls because that will also destroy the ceilings. So we have to extend this all the way, and support it with pillars instead, like so. So you have an option of putting the pillar wherever you want along these ceilings, but I guess it would make sense most if we put it somewhere in the middle. We can put it here, but that might be because this would be a door, right? So it would be a hindrance later on. So maybe just put it in the middle right here and put it like, actually, let me test one thing. So remember when we were building our greenhouse, I mentioned that I found a trick that would make the stone pillars not protrude at the top. And then later on we figured out that it won't work because the pillar has to be like very long for that to work. So maybe it would work here. So the trick is put one pillar halfway up top, halfway bottom. And then there we go, that one I think. So this is the normal extension. Go down one more until the snapping point changes right there. And then extend that all the way down. Only thing is it won't snap here. Crap. Oh, there it is. No, ARK will not cooperate. It won't be that easy for us. No, okay, fine. But will that work here? Well, it's not really obvious that it's not touching. Actually, it is kind of touching, so I guess we're happy with that. But if you look at top, you see there's a protruding thing there, halfway. If we remove that, ideally, there should be no protrusion anymore. Protrusion, is that the word? So if we remove this thing, see? Magic. Now it works. Perfect. Alright. So that works now, and then we can just remove the walls here, which we plop down. So actually I'm thinking maybe I can even make that thatch walls, so we can save up on materials. Right, this one here we can now remove without destroying. What the crap? Okay, so I hate it. Alright, so that pillar thing doesn't work because it didn't touch the ground, technically speaking. So let me do that again and I'll be right back. Okay, I have the ceilings back now. And just to keep it safe, I won't go through with that pillar trick anymore. Let's just leave the thing protruding there. I'm happy with that. As long as we are able to snap it to the ground here. Like so. Okay, perfect. That snaps perfectly. So now, please don't embarrass me in front of all the guys. So now, if we demolish this, this should stick. Yes, perfect. Yeah, and we're trying to keep all the materials as much as we can. Alright, there we go. And then now we can plop down the gate, like so. There we go. Now we do need one pillar here. So I want to minimize the number of gates we have. So one pillar per gate. So maybe let's have just two gates, one here and one there. So we'll have in total two pillars right here, more or less. Yeah, so these ones I'll convert into actual walls just to make things simpler. Wow, all the lag. Alright, so I'll do all this stuff and I'll just get back to you when we are more or less finished with that. Alright guys, be right back. One small update. I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like we're just gonna need one pillar. Look at that. Only one pillar there, but we are able to make ceilings from here and also from here, even if there are no walls here anymore. So it looks like those ceilings connected and got propped up by this single pillar over here. I'm not complaining. Maybe I'll just put in one more here just to make things more symmetrical. Like this, maybe? We'll see. But yeah, I'll continue putting on some of these, and these two will be purely walls. Alright guys? See you in a sec. Alright, phew. This is such a pain to build, especially the roof. So now we have a fully enclosed first floor. The only thing is, if I put out my torch, you can see all those weird lines at the top because all those walls are intersecting. And oh, we have even a hole there. This one we don't. This one we do. So we have to patch that up. Unfortunately, that's the only time we have for now, guys, so the rest of the build will have to wait until the second part. But I hope you guys enjoyed in the meantime. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates. And the second part should be up in a couple of days or so. Right? So this is the Clumsy Geek signing off. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a nice day. Bye!